Okay, in question D, you're being asked to work out the distance between Melbourne and Mildura. So if we were to look at the distance between Melbourne and Mildura, we'd have to look at it one of two ways. We'd have to follow the roads, so we'd go this way, following the major roads, or we'd work out as the crow flies. So we'd actually rule a line between both spots. I might just change the colour so that's a bit clearer. Rule the line between both spots, and that would be as the crow flies. So the pink was as the crow flies, and that's a straight line. And the white was along the roads. Okay. So as you can see down the bottom here, there's actually a scale. And we're going to use that scale to work out the distance. Basically, the length of this scale from this point to this point is 100 kilometres. So if we work out the same distance along the road, so if we go across as the crow flies and we draw it in, you'd use a ruler, of course. We could work out how many lots of 100 kilometres there were along this road. So approximately here we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6.5 lots of 100 kilometres. Okay. Okay, so the next question says create a flowchart with the steps involved. So a flowchart is a series of boxes that have one step inside each box. So an arrow connects each of the boxes to show the flow of the chart. So the first step you did, you write in the first box. The second step you did, you write in the third box. The third step you did, you write in the third box. So you really need to think back to what you did. So what was the first thing we did? Well, we drew that line as the crow flies between the two towns. The second thing we did was we drew the line of the route following the roads. And then we looked at the scale and we measured how many lots of the scale we have along our journey. And then times the lots by the measurement on the scale. So that distance on the scale was worth 100 kilometres. So we times the number of lots of that scale length by 100 kilometres. So you can actually write that in here in each of these boxes. Just make sure you don't use Google Maps for this task. If you use Google Maps, it's not going to give you the steps you need for your flowchart. You can use Google Maps to check your answer though, and just see how close to the correct answer you were. So what you need to do now is work out the distance between Melbourne and Mildura along the pink line as the crow flies and along the white line, which is driving by car.